In the towering world of the NBA, where players often resemble demigods in sneakers, it's almost unimaginable to picture someone who barely scrapes 5'7", standing tall among giants. But here stands Yuki Kawamura, gritty, fearless, and determined, the very court most said he'd never touch. He's not just small for basketball, he's minuscule by NBA standards. Yet somehow, impossibly, he's captured the attention of a global fan base and forced the league to reckon with something it rarely sees: heart over height. Kawamura's story begins not in a flashy American high school gym or some blue-chip NCAA program, but halfway around the world in Japan, where he began rewriting expectations before he was even old enough to drive. As a teenager, Kawamura was already mesmerizing opponents and thrilling fans. A wizard with the ball whose court vision made even seasoned coaches pause. By 16, while most of his peers were figuring out high school, he was making his professional debut in Japan's B. League. That's right, he wasn't just playing with grown men, he was starting. And he wasn't merely surviving, he was excelling. He didn't come from basketball royalty. He didn't have the privilege of the American pipeline, the high-profile showcases, or the viral mixtapes that turn boys into brands before they can legally vote. What he had was something far more potent: hunger, a need to prove himself at every step. A fire so fierce it made every bounce pass matter, every possession a chance to say, "I belong." For years, Kawamura quietly dominated in Japan. He didn't just become a star, he became a phenomenon, the boy wonder, court conductor whose passes seemed to anticipate movement before it happened. It was fast, unpredictable, and always one step ahead. But the world wouldn't truly take notice until the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, where Kawamura, then still relatively unknown on the global stage, played like he was possessed. That tournament became his coming-out party. Against teams stacked with size, experience, and NBA talent, Kawamura led Japan to victory after victory. The most unforgettable came against Finland, a European powerhouse anchored by NBA All-Star Lauri Markkanen. Can had never beaten a European team in World Cup history, and yet Kawamura had other plans. In the fourth quarter alone, he scored 15 straight points, not as part of a system, not as a role player, as the guy. He finished with 25 total points, orchestrating the win like a maestro leading a crescendo. Suddenly the basketball world had to pay attention. This wasn't just a feel-good story. This was a game-changer. His legend only grew. With Kawamura at the helm, Japan qualified for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Once again, critics questioned how far a team led by a 5'7" guard could go. And once again, Kawamura responded not with talk, but with action. Against host nation France, a squad packed with towering talent, including Rudy Gobert and the otherworldly Victor Wembanyama, Kawamura delivered one of the most riveting Olympic basketball performances in recent memory. He dropped 29 points, snatched 7 rebounds, and dished 6 assists, nearly pulling off what would have been the upset of the tournament. Japan didn't win, but Kawamura emerged as the true headline. He wasn't just surviving on the global stage, he was thriving, leading, dominating. That performance earned him a shot with the Memphis Grizzlies, who signed him to an Exhibit 10 contract. Now, to most NBA fans, that type of deal barely registers. It's a training camp, invitation, a long shot. A way to say, we see something, but don't get your hopes up. For Kawamura, it was a door. He sprinted through it. As preseason began, expectations were low. Most assumed Kawamura would get a few garbage time minutes and then be shuffled off to the G League. But what happened next was anything but expected. The moment he touched the floor, Kawamura began bending the game to his will. His passing was not just efficient, it was electric. He zipped no-look passes through traffic. He threw alley-oops from impossible angles. He made teammates better simply by being on the floor. In an NBA landscape overflowing with athleticism, Kawamura reminded fans of the beauty of fundamentals disguised with flair. Against Indiana, he had 10 points and 7 assists in under 20 minutes. He didn't look like someone trying to make a roster. He looked like someone trying to make a statement. And the Grizzlies took notice. On October 21st, in a move that stunned many, The Memphis Grizzlies upgraded Kawamura's Exhibit 10 deal to a one-year standard NBA contract. No gimmicks, no marketing spin, just a belief that he could contribute. Yuki Kawamura became the shortest active player in the NBA and one of the shortest in the league's modern history. At 5'7", he was now sharing locker rooms with athletes nearly 2 feet taller, and he earned every inch of it. But while Kawamura's passing was elite, there was one glaring issue: his scoring. In the NBA, you can't be a non-threat. On offense, defenses are too smart, too long, too ruthless. Kawamura struggled to score inside the arc, often getting smothered or swatted, and from deep, the numbers were underwhelming. In the preseason, he didn't make a single shot inside the arc. Not one. His field goal percentage was abysmal. His three-point accuracy hovered below 20%. And in the regular season, things didn't get better. He played in 6 NBA games, mostly in garbage time, but the stats were hard to ignore. 1 point per game, 1 assist, 18% from 3, just 26% overall from the floor. Those aren't the numbers that keep you in the rotation. Those are the numbers that get you sent down, and sent down he was assigned to the Memphis Hustle. The Grizzlies' G League affiliate, Kawamura's NBA dreams, appeared to be on pause. But if anyone thought that was the end of the story, they hadn't been paying attention. In 5 G League games, Kawamura went nuclear not as a scorer, but as a distributor. He averaged a league-best 11.8 assists per game. That number is so absurd, it would rank as the highest assist average in G League history. He dished out 16 assists in one game, then followed it with 15 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds in another. It was pure basketball artistry. Still, the scoring problem lingered. Despite his brilliant playmaking, Kawamura shot just 27% from the field and 27% from 3. For all his magic with the ball, he remained an offensive liability without it. Defenses don't have to guard him tightly. They can sag off, clog lanes, and dare him to shoot. The thing Kawamura has shown he can shoot. In Japan's B. League, he shot over 42% from 3. In the World Cup, he hit 35%. And in the Olympics, blistering 41% on 11 attempts per game. The ability is there. The confidence is there. What's missing might just be rhythm, or comfort, or minutes. Because the shot form is clean. The work ethic is undeniable. He's been taking 600 threes a day since high school. He's so compelling. It's not just about overcoming odds. It's about redefining them. It's about showing that vision, intelligence, and heart can still matter in a league that too often prizes raw athleticism above all else. Kawamura doesn't just play the game, he sees it differently. He slows it down. He manipulates it. And if he ever finds a way to consistently score just enough to keep defenders honest, then the NBA better prepare for a revolution in miniature. So what happens next? Does Yuki Kawamura become a permanent NBA fixture? A fan favorite 6th man? Who dishes dimes and energizes crowds? Or does he return overseas? A legend in Japan, but a footnote in American basketball history. That chapter hasn't been written yet, but one thing is clear. Kawamura's fight is far from over. And if his past is any indication, his future might be even more remarkable, because greatness isn't measured in inches, it's measured in impact. And Kawamura is already 10 feet tall in the hearts of those who believe.